Hey guys, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Bree.
We're best friends, moms, and obsessed with TV.
Check us out every Monday as we dissect motherhood, TV, pop culture, and whatever else derails the conversation.
It's like eavesdropping on your funniest, most unfiltered friends.
If your friends had a mic and no shame,
We're here for all of it, and honestly,
we're not mad about it.
hey Maddies, welcome back to another episode of Not Mad About It podcast. Welcome back. We missed you guys. It's been a very long time, Bree, since we recorded because we normally record on Fridays, but the 4th of July really threw us for a loop. We were going to record on Thursday, but, you know,
was
the
like too
podcast
soon.
gods
Yeah.
just didn't want us to. Bree had lost power. It wouldn't have worked. We had more Love Island to watch
Totally.
and to talk about, so...
It's for the best.
But today we are talking, of course, Love Island, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives reunion, which was very interesting.
Very interesting.
And we'll just chit chat about our weekends. It
Yeah.
was the 4th of July, so hope all you Maddies had a great 4th, had a lot of hot dogs and, you know, whatever else floats your boat to
Wait.
celebrate America.
Speaking of losing power, my phone was like on the verge of dying when it happened, and I called my mom, and I was like, Mom, I don't have power, so, like, just so you know, if my phone dies, it's because I can't charge it. And she goes, you don't have power. How are you talking to me right now?
Oh, gosh.
I was like, my phone's not dead.
It is a little confusing. I do see where the confusion, like, lies there.
Andrew was like, well, back in her day, like, they couldn't use the phone if there was no power.
Yeah. Everything was off. Like, yeah. Okay.
Didn't get power
Oh,
back
no.
till 1 a.m.
That's so crazy. And you had prepped all your food.
Oh my
Did
God.
you get the shits, or are you guys all good?
No, everybody was fine.
Awesome.
Yeah, everybody was
That-
fine.
I could not sleep thinking about all your food. Like, on edge. I think the first thing I texted you in the morning was like not even, I said like, how's your food?
Yeah, how's the food? And it was totally fine. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
On top of it, thank God. I would have been so depressed. But we went, I think it was, yeah, I guess on 4th of July, we went to the Cape, like, no big deal, so
Okay,
casual.
rich.
I know, right? Andrew's uncle has like a summer house there, and there's like a private beach, like in his community. The
So
craziest...
you slept there.
No, we didn't sleep there. It's only an hour from us.
Oh, great.
Yeah, perfect. So, but the craziest thing I've ever seen, so we go down to this beach at like 9 or 10 a.m., and the whole beach is covered with empty beach chairs. Like, everybody went at like 7 a.m. and set up their beach chairs to claim a spot, but nobody was on the beach yet. Nikki, it looked
Okay,
like
so
the
they
world
walked
was
from
ending.
their homes?
It's like,
Sorry, guys, that this dog is barking. I'm outside. So if you hear birds, planes, and dogs, like, that is where I am. There goes a bird.
they know the drill.
Wow. So like at a hotel, you know, like when you're on vacation and people go and put their blankets
Yes.
on the beach chairs.
Yes, Nikki.
Wow.
It was like the world had ended because it was like a full beach set up with not a soul in sight.
Not a body.
It
Just
was
the chairs.
so eerie. I was like, what is happening here? Like, I didn't like put together that people were putting their chairs down. I was like, something happened? Like, do we? And it was like, no.
Yeah,
everybody's
like,
came
should
to
we
this-
go?
Yeah, should we go? Like, is there aliens?
What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's like a dick move to
I guess
do
like
that and-
you do what you got to do. We still found honestly a perfect spot, so whatever, forget you guys. Yeah, like who cares? And I guess like as I'm evolving and growing and like now I have kids, I'm like becoming a real adult. I've never used a beach chair before because I've always just like gone to the beach and like laid down and I never thought about it, but
you just bring the towel?
yeah, just bring the towel and like roll the dice. But now, like, we were there all day with a group of people. We all had beach chairs. I was like, this is so gorgeous.
Luxury.
Luxury.
Well, how'd it go closing it? Because sometimes I get a little tricked up with my beach chair. I have a little trouble closing it. It always gives me anxiety, especially when I'm by myself, like as the only adult. I have no choice. I am responsible for closing this beach chair. So
Yeah,
if
that's
I
on you.
have trouble, like who's going to come and help me? Because sometimes it gets jammed. It's a little funny. You got to like really get it quick.
No, these were fresh beach chairs. So it was like really nice. We also just got one of those pop-up tents where you just pull it and it literally pops open. Not mad
Okay,
about that.
are we talking tent or cabana?
Well, it's like you can crawl inside of it, but it's open on one
Okay.
side.
Okay.
Do you know
Yes,
what I
we have
mean?
one of those too. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've been getting targeted for cool cabanas
Oh, yeah.
online, but how much, like, we have one of the tents that you're talking about. They're great.
Yeah, that's it.
They're perfect. Colin goes and crawls right in and gets himself some shade. There's windows in there. It's really great.
Yeah, it
And
is
we
great.
have an umbrella, but
That's
it's
it.
like kind of on its way out. So I'm like, I don't think you're going to get me cool cabanas.
Yeah, and I can't be setting up like stakes and like digging into the ground and that whole thing. Like, I need to just, I'm lifting this lever up and I'm pushing it down.
Yeah, well, the cool cabanas actually, I think it sets up like an umbrella, and then it has like
Oh,
little bags that you
okay.
fill with sand to weigh it down.
Well, that sounds nice.
That is nice, but not for the hefty price tag. Like,
Yeah, no, this was like a $50 tent. While we were at the beach, it was all of Andrew's family, all the cousins,
Yours,
lots of
yes.
cousins. And I was talking to one cousin, and she told me something that I have truly never been more shocked from in my entire life. And I can't explain why. It really just took me by surprise. And I want to know if this would be shocking to you too. But we were talking, and somehow she just mentions like she's a vegetarian. I can't explain why. But it was almost like she told me she had a twin. I was like, what? It was like everything I knew in life changed. I was like, how did I?
Yeah,
I've known you for 10 plus years. How did I not know this about you?
that's big. And I also have follow-up questions that I hope that you have asked.
Oh,
Well,
God,
you
okay.
would know. Does she have children?
Yes, they're not vegetarian.
They are not.
Neither is the husband.
What is her reasoning for being vegetarian?
She didn't like get into the full story because of course I was like cutting her off. Like, God forbid I like let somebody speak. But she said that it was started as like a dare, like somebody dared her or something like that, and she just like stuck with it. She liked it.
Wow.
I know.
For how many years is she going on?
I think she said like 12 years.
Wow.
So
'Cause
literally as long as I've known her.
I've definitely dabbled, and it's so nice in theory. Like,
Yeah.
who wouldn't want to eat like meat? Like, I know you don't care.
Yeah, I love
'cause you're
meat.
just like a big beef girl, big steak. I wish I could go without, but like I also can't because I can't be cooking more than one meal. Like what I have
Oh,
to
yeah.
cook already is enough. John will not be vegetarian. My husband is not. He's not on board with beans, lentils,
Yeah.
tofu. Not for him.
She could see from my expression I was really, really shocked by this.
Just when you think you know someone, they tell you they're a vegetarian.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like
I
we've
get
been at
it.
parties, family, and I've just never noticed.
Wow.
Well, now I know why there's always eggplant parm at the Christmas party. It's for her.
Well, I appreciate that as well. I appreciate
It is good. I do love it. Eggplant
parm,
parm. Back to the beach as usual. Okay, here's like a real question. We got home from the beach. Literally, like, we didn't bring like a trash bag, so we were just like shoveling everything back into my bag. So disgusting. We get back. I immediately start like unpacking, like cleaning, like dishwasher, throwing everything to the laundry, like going hard. And Andrew's like, do it later, do it later. I'm like, I have to do it right this second, or I cannot
Right.
continue on with my life.
You know how I feel about this. What time was it?
Did we get back? Like 4:35.
Perfect. Yeah, like it's not too late to start doing those tasks.
No.
You don't want to wait until the morning. You don't want soggy bathing suits.
Oh my God.
I do a load of laundry now every night, like as the kids are getting in the shower. I'm like, give me your wet bathing suits.
Everything.
I take everything off the deck, like every wet towel that's lying around, and
Yeah.
throw it all in the wash. Yeah. Also, have to unload a cooler full of food. Like you can't have sandy ice
Immediately.
packs. Like you've got to take care of it.
The
Yeah.
ice packs and just the sand, so that I'm vacuuming. And I'm like, feel free if you
Right.
know, just jump in.
Oh, no, John knows. When you see me on a level 10, like, he knows when, like, that's happening.
Oh my God.
You better join suit. Like, you're not gonna, because I will have a comment to say, like, I will invite you aggressively to join in the clean. Like, this weekend he slept in, and I thought I was being, like, quiet, but apparently I wasn't, but I must have said several times, like, that we needed to clean. And John got up, and I was like, we need to clean today. And he was like, yeah, I heard you already, like, a few times mention it. Like, I'm
Just
like,
to yourself while you're walking around the house.
or to the kids, like, well, I wish really somebody would help me clean. I wish somebody would get up and help me clean.
Oh my God, Nikki, I'm laughing harder because like I could picture it in my mind. Like I know that version of you. Like I
Yeah.
could see it so clear as day. That's so funny. Oh my God,
So all
John.
that to say that John was cleaning the bathroom on his hands and
Love
knees, like
that.
before the crust was out of his eyes at 9 a.m. Like, but then you know what? I was in such a good mood, and he said several times throughout the day, like, "Wow,
Worth it.
Mom's really in a good mood from that clean house." But like, it really does. It affects me.
I literally just sent you and like our group chat like a video about that. It's like my mood depends on like how clean my
Yes,
house is, how overstimulated I am, and like how hungry I am or something like that. It's
totally.
if my house, like I went to the gym today and I got back, the kids were napping and Andrew didn't like clean up the toys while they were napping. I literally walked in and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like
Right.
immediately annoyed. And he's like, "Well, I
Like the
just
disrespect.
no." I'm like, "I'm gone for an hour and a half. You can't put the cars away." And he's
So
like, "Well, I
funny.
just figured like they'd come right back out here." I was like, "But you have to do it all day because
Yeah,
it piles
all
up
day.
all day."
Brie, it doesn't stop.
It
It
doesn't
doesn't stop.
It really
I also, my
doesn't
mom
stop.
just sent me one. It was like, oh, I had to unload the dishwasher, but then I had to water the plant, and now I'm making a dentist appointment.
No,
Like, yeah, because like we have to do it all, and it doesn't stop.
that's so true. That's exactly how it goes. But now, like, my sweet little son Callum has like picked up on these little things, and he'll I know he's thinking to himself like, we haven't watered the plants in a while, and he'll go and he'll grab the can and he'll fill it up with water and he'll be like, we gotta water the plants, and he'll start doing it. I'm like, thank you, Callum.
I thought you were
Finally.
gonna say that he picks up on these passive aggressive comments, like, oh well, mommy keeps saying that daddy needs to vacuum. I better get to it.
No,
Like,
no, 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 no. Actually, Andrew did vacuum today too, which is nice. But Callum has picked up on the F word.
oh,
Like really
okay,
bad, really bad. Lot of F
okay.
words all the time.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Because it's my favorite word. Like, I think we mentioned I had to edit out like 36 one day on the
Yes.
podcast.
Yes.
So a lot of F-bombs, and he says it
In context.
in context, like, and he'll say something responding to me. Like, I'll drop something, and he'll be like, fuck, mama. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Right. Oh shit. Even
And then
better.
he'll say it, and then he'll say, don't say that, Callum. Like, to himself.
Well, you know what? It's okay. Like, I think
Oh,
kids cursing
God.
is so funny, controversial take, but
Yeah, hot take.
I think kids cursing is like kind of funny. Like,
It is funny.
and when they use it in context, it's like you get it.
I know, and also like he wouldn't have even known it was a bad word if I didn't say that's a bad word, don't say that.
Right.
So now I've tattled on myself. He thinks it's like a shiny new toy, this word that he's
Right.
learned. It'll get my
It's a bad
attention. It's a bad one. That and calling me Brie every second is like I'm just like
Yeah.
tweaking. I'm like, what is happening? Where did my little baby go?
Not to mention he's only 2. Like,
He called me Mama Brie the other day. I was like, what?
oh my God, like you are a lesbian and have in a lesbian couple, Mama Brie and
And Mama,
Mama.
Nikki. We're Olivia's
oh
moms.
my God.
No, I'm like, okay, and I just keep saying like, call me Mama. I'm not Brie. It sounds so weird.
Right.
Like,
Like
stop
you are his
saying it.
kidnapper that has now trained him to call you Mama Brie. He had a mama in the past, but
Wait, speaking of Mama, how do you feel about like adults that call their moms mommy?
that is so freaking funny because Jack,
No,
my other best friend,
no, she doesn't.
her and her sister are big mommies. Like
No.
when they're talking, they'll be like, "Oh, mommy brought this over." Like, and I'm like, "Do you realize that like you call your mom mommy?" And she's like, "No, I don't." And I'm like, "Yes, you do. Like you guys have said it several times. You've texted it several times, and she's mommy in your phone."
Wait, she didn't even know she says
She didn't
it?
even know.
Wow.
She didn't even know. She's like, "Do I do that?" And I'm like, "Yes."
You're like, yeah, I'm rethinking this friendship. That's
Yeah.
crazy. My brother has become like a late in life mommy caller.
That's weird.
Like now he calls our mom mommy, and I'm like, why do you stop saying that? Why do you say
to
that?
you,
No,
he'll be like, "Oh, mom."
yeah, he'll say like refer to her to me as like mommy. Ew, I want to throw up just
I
saying that
just
out
like
loud.
also wish you guys knew what Brianna's brother looked like. Like, just like
He's literally in like a fight club, okay? He texted, did I send you this text?
Yes.
He texted me and my mom and asked if we wanted to come out to see his bare knuckle fight. I was like, I think we're gonna skip that one.
He's a father. Like, in
Wait.
this underground ring.
No, he said this one's legit, and Andrew said he wants to go. I was like, I
course.
can barely get you to come to New York when I want to like see my friends, but you're gonna come to watch my brother bare knuckle fight in like Queens or something.
Because Andrew sees it as a business opportunity. He is going in there to scope out the scene and see how he can bring it to Rhode
Oh my
Island and
God.
monetize it. Like,
So true, so funny. So yeah, so that guy says mommy. So there you go.
wow. Yeah, I don't do that. My sister, we don't like call our mom mommy
Okay,
or
thank God.
daddy. Like,
Oh,
no, but you know what's actually funny? I call my mom to my sister. And I'll be like, oh, my mom, like, made me lunch. Like, and she's like, she's my mom too. You don't have to say that all the time. All the time. My mom, my dad. Like, she's always like, hello,
that's really funny. That's really funny.
my mom.
Even like my stepbrothers, like I just say mom. I don't
Yeah.
say my mom to them though, Nikki. Like, you know,
Yeah,
your
well,
sister.
I know. Well, my sister, yes, that I say, my mom, in reference to our shared mother.
Do you think
Yeah.
we should like get into just like some quick news? Oh, I
Yeah.
have an idea I want to run by you.
Okay.
Okay, so
Do you want to hold for the airplane?
sure, we'll hold 1 second.
Are you not drinking alcohol?
No, Nikki, I'm trying to get fucking shredded. I'm like dieting. I'm counting my
Are you?
macros.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I've really things have taken a turn. I'm getting serious.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm either
Can
gonna
you
get
help
skinny
me?
or get pregnant. Yeah, Nikki, you don't eat, so like you're already
Well,
cutting calories unintentionally.
I don't want to cut. I want to bulk.
Yeah, you can talk to sweet potatoes,
Sweet potatoes and ground beef. Have you tried it?
of course.
You like that combo?
Yeah, I like that combo. We
Oh,
like
okay.
all
It
we
went
eat.
viral
all
with
we-
cottage cheese.
I just got cottage cheese today. That's how toxic I am.
I love cottage cheese.
Ew. My kids eat sweet potatoes as a snack.
Mine eat Rice Krispie treats and bomb pops.
No, like we're toxic. Like we're almond parents over here.
I wish.
Oh my god.
I
no.
wish. I need to integrate some of that into my home.
Okay. Andrew's new thing is he eats raw garlic.
Ew.
Like he'll just eat a clove of raw garlic like midday.
Ew.
I know he almost
Does his
threw up
breath
today.
stink?
Yeah. He's like, oh, I brushed my teeth. I was like, dude, you ate a clove of raw garlic. That's gonna be there for a while.
That lingers. One time, my mom was taking my sister on a vacation. My mom was, and she picked up my sister's friend, and the mom put the girl in the car and was like, "Oh, she's like just not feeling that good," and sent her with a tub of raw garlic for
What?
this girl to just like chomp on the raw garlic for their trip
Dude, that's gonna
in the car.
that's disgusting, but that is something that Andrew will do to our children when they're older, 100%.
Okay, well,
So gross.
You need to stop that.
Of course.
You need to step in and realize that that's not normal.
Like I always say, thank God for me, these kids.
Thank God.
Oh wait, did you see that Josh Peck named his son Meyer?
I know, I did see that.
That's my last name, guys, basically, Myers. Isn't that
Yeah.
like so unique? The comments
is.
were like, love that name, love that name, love that name. But I guess like my
Is it
son.
a boy or a girl?
It's a boy. Oh, they have 3
A
boys.
third
Cute.
boy? Wow.
Yeah, cute. But I guess like Tyson is a last name. Actually, somebody in our family's last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's not weird.
It's so
okay,
cute, actually.
let me run this idea by you.
Okay.
So you know how like I not only love TV, but I love movies. Like I feel like I've seen every movie that exists. And I don't know if you follow any of these influencers, but sometimes instead of like an ask me anything, they'll post like a question box, and it's like if you need to buy somebody a gift, like tell me like the age, like how much you want to spend,
Yeah.
like what type you want to, whatever, and I'll send you ideas for gifts. I was thinking maybe on our page, I don't know if we have enough followers yet, but I could do that for movies. Like send me like you want to watch a movie that like you haven't seen before, like tell me like what genre, like what's the vibe.
Like, can I use you? That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Do you think that's a
what
good
I need.
idea?
Yeah, I think that's a
Like,
great idea.
Could do it like one day a week, like Thursday or something, like for the weekend, and like here's your weekend movie recs. Like, what are you looking
Do
for?
it.
And like
Yeah.
people can get super granular, like finance, thriller, 90s, Michael Douglas, like something like that.
Do you have a rack in
course.
mind?
Well, no, not. I have to like dive into my movie brain. But yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Because I love, like, literally, I've seen every movie that exists, I think.
And you remember them?
Like, I can jog my memory quick by, like, a quick little search, you know?
My memory is so bad. Even with books, like
Oh, yeah, books is bad.
once I close that end of the book, it's right out.
Wait.
I love that.
Okay, you think that's a good idea?
I do.
Okay,
And then I
perfect.
think we should share our recommendations and
Yeah, like
share
on
for the class.
no, like
Yeah.
on our Instagram, I'll put like a
Yeah.
question box. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And it'll be like you writing in and
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe my mom.
And maybe my cousin Isabel. Yeah, that's sweet.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, some news. Did you see that Jeanette McCurdy is getting her book turned into a TV show?
Really?
And Jennifer Aniston is going to play the mom.
Is Jeanette playing Jeanette?
I'm not sure, but I almost feel like it could go two ways. She either will play it because she knows it the best, and obviously it's her life, and she probably feels a certain way, or she won't want to play the character because it'll be literally like
too
reliving trauma.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Jeanette McCurdy was a Nickelodeon star. Her mom, I guess she had a very toxic relationship with her mom. There was like some sort of abuse
Like
there,
mental
and she,
abuse and like
yeah,
weird
and like,
grooming stuff.
yeah, like her mom really wanted her to be a star,
Yeah.
and kind of like pushed her to go that route.
And she was like
I
the
actually
sole financial provider like for her family.
Yeah, I actually never finished the book, but it was all over everywhere. But
Yeah.
now they're turning it into a show. That's very interesting.
It's going to be on Apple. I know.
Great. Something
Crazy.
I don't have, but I'll find a way.
Yeah, you'll find a way.
Do we know when that comes out, or they're just beginning stages?
I think it's beginning stages, but off to a good start. Like, that's going to be one to watch for sure.
Jennifer Aniston. Wow,
I know. Big time.
that is big time.
I know. And Apple, like, loves Jennifer Aniston because she's on, like, that morning
Yeah.
show.
How is that show, by the way?
I've never watched it, but I know people love it.
Shocking.
Shocking, right? I know.
Wow.
Shocking. Yeah, hasn't made its
Oh, I'm
way to me.
excited for that.
I know. Also, just like nothing to do with that, but I listened to Amanda Batula on my boyfriend Jason Tardick's podcast.
Stop.
Did you see she was on?
Yeah, no.
And it was very. First of all, I was like, why is she doing this podcast? And then they were talking about Summer House and kept saying how like he's single, and he was like going to the Hamptons that weekend for their first
don't-
weekend. No, so I was like, is he gonna be on the show?
Is that where she had kind of teased the new guy?
Yes, exactly.
Because she said that there was on Jason Tardick's podcast.
on
She was
Jason's
teasing.
podcast. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was
So
like,
she was teasing that, yeah, that there is like a new guy and he's kind of in the public eye.
Yeah. I just felt like it was definitely him. I'm glad it's not because he's too vanilla. But
Corny.
she did say, like, he asked her if she had a prenup, and she
Yes,
said
I
she
saw that. I
she
actually
didn't,
did.
and it's like one of her biggest regrets is like not getting a prenup. It was a
very
weird interview.
strange. I did not see any of it besides that one clip, which I thought was like so crazy. Like she was really going hard of she did not get a prenup. She
Yeah.
wishes that she did, and she thinks that everybody should have one.
It was just like a weird tone, like a weird stance she took there. And also, he asked her if she has equity in Loverboy. And she said that up until they got married, even though she was working for Loverboy, she had no equity in the company. And she said when they got married, she got like some sort of equity, but she doesn't even really know for sure like what she got. And she said she just like trusts Kyle and like trusts his vision.
So do you think that she
hard.
wishes that she got a prenup because she wishes that she could get a piece of Kyle, or
No.
that Kyle would get her
Yes.
money
100%.
or assets? Wow.
Absolutely. I think that's why, because I don't think Kyle has money. Like,
True.
he's pretty honest that Loverboy is not like absolutely crushing it, and like I think
Yeah.
I think she said like they just started taking a salary now.
That's so crazy.
I don't
and we
think-
said it's been like 7 years.
Oh my God, it's been what, before COVID?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I think she said that because she knows that like she's about to pop off, or she's like already making a lot of money now. She's like, oh, now I have to.
Well, look at Paige. Like Amanda's not far behind her. She could be doing big things like Paige.
I feel like she is, and there's
Yeah,
more to
but
come.
not to the level that Paige is doing it. Paige is like On Tour,
Yeah, that's true.
Giggly Squad,
Good point. Yeah.
Amazon Live,
Yeah.
the pajamas. She's
Yeah.
on everything.
Brand deals.
Yes.
And I think she gets big brand deals. She said she turned down a $100,000 brand deal because she
Okay, I
didn't
also
align.
just want to reiterate that after seeing Daphne come out, it is so not necessary.
So not necessary. And you could find so many of those pieces at Free People had like really similar stuff. Like even like Aerie. I was like, what?
Do you know what it looked like to me? It kind of looked like scrubs.
Yes,
Like
the
the
material.
texture of it. Like it
know.
looked so. It didn't look cozy. Like I want to be like
No.
laying in my bed. It felt like it would like
Itchy.
make noise when you moved.
Yes,
And I
fully.
saw a lot of people were upset because I believe she only did extra small to extra large, which like really isn't the market. Extra large really isn't that big.
Like I would buy like an extra large.
Yeah, if you want it to be oversized.
Yeah, if you want it to be oversized.
Sometimes I buy large clothes just to like
Totally. I know.
be a little bit more baggy, but like an extra large really, if I could fit into a large, an extra large is really not.
Anything. I know.
Yeah,
I'm not
selling
obsessed with
to
the
the
whole
masses.
Daphne, but you know what? Like maybe we'll see what happens. Like I feel like she's got more tricks up her sleeve. Maybe not like I don't know. I don't know if Daphne's it. Like I think there's
Yeah.
more out there for her.
Yeah.
But on Summer House, the new 4 cast members were revealed. 2 guys,
Yes.
2 girls. The first one is Ben Waddell. He was like the Australian Bachelor, I guess. Very
Really?
handsome man, very gorgeous
Wow,
man.
Paige left at the wrong time.
Oh my god. I mean, she'll still get to meet him, but he's like weirdly in business with like David Dobrik.
Oh,
Like I did a quick
Yikes.
stalk of his page, and like David Dobrik has like a pizza place, and I guess they just started making like potato chips, and I think he's like an investor, or, like somehow part of the company.
What?
Yeah, it's like Dobrik's like potato chips.
okay.
So that's like a little red.
Okay, but he's
flag
a
for him.
hottie?
He's super hot. Yeah. Okay, so the next guy is this guy KJ Dillard. He only has 8 posts on Instagram and like 1,500 followers. So I think he's like a super like normie, but he
Okay.
looks really cute. Kind of looks like a skateboarder, like maybe a model. Like interested to see. We just need some new fresh young blood. So I feel like it'll be good to have like 2 totally different people in there. And then the
I wonder
girls.
if any of them are good for Sierra. And I also think it's so good to get, like, we need, like, 4 people. I was like, ooh, that's a little excessive. Like, 4 new people.
We need it.
Half the, like, we had 3 people leave. Although, like, Imral and Lexi were one of them. Like, 2 not very important characters. But still, like, we need to build up this house. Paige is a huge loss. Like,
Huge loss.
Sierra needs some eye candy in there.
Totally.
So maybe one of these guys will be it for her.
They're both cute.
So, great. I love it.
They're both cute, and like they both look tall.
I also want to know who brought everybody in.
So Amanda and Kyle, I think, brought in the Australian Bachelor.
Okay.
And then there's 2 girls, Levy or Levi. She also seems like a normie, not too many followers, but like gorgeous young girl. Like
Great.
happy for her. And then the next girl that they brought in, Bailey, which is so random. Like how could there be that many Baileys?
Another Bailey.
It's like how
Hopefully
there's a
she sticks
million
out.
Bronwyns on Bravo.
So weird.
Like Bronwyn and Bailey, I guess are the Bravo
Yeah.
names. But she is like a big time influencer. Like she has something called It Girl, where she has a podcast and she does like those
Okay.
quick like TikTok interviews. But she had like Paris Hilton, like Leighton
Wow.
Meester, like big time. Like she's a serious influencer, and I'm gonna call her right now. Like her and West are falling in love.
Okay, I was just going to give a PSA saying, girls, do not fall for Jesse Solomon.
No.
Don't do it. Don't make the mistake.
No.
Let's learn
Or,
from
like-
last season. And Lexi. Lexi walked so you guys could run far, far away from Jesse Solomon.
Hopefully Jesse has learned. Like keep it out of the house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
we'll
probably going to
see.
be pining over Sierra all summer.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so those are the new guys. Very excited. They
Ooh.
just started filming this weekend, 4th of July.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see if your prediction comes true. It's so
I know.
exciting.
It is exciting. And, like, kind of like Miss West, so I'm not mad about seeing them again. I do love
I miss
West.
them all. I
Yeah.
really do.
So always love Summer House. That's all I really have for news. Do you want to get into the Mormon Wise reunion?
I do, and we could talk about it. It's not like that big of a deal, but I just want to also mention that Whitney from Mormon Wives is cast on Dancing with the Stars, which we found out during the filming of the reunion.
And Jen.
And Jen, yes, which also is weird because I didn't know about her.
That she was a dancer?
No, I didn't hear about her getting onto Mormon. Unless did we talk about it?
No, I saw
Did we
both
know
of them.
this?
Yeah, we knew this. I saw both of them, their names like come out at the same time.
I did not see Jen at all on Instagram.
She literally just gave birth to a little girl named Penelope, which is so cute. Like,
So cute.
love that name. But like,
So cute.
like, I saw somebody say like they start practicing or something like in August.
Wow.
Damn.
I guess she's gonna have to bring the baby with.
She
The whole
posted
gang.
she posted like a TikTok from her delivery room, like saying she's ready, and she was like full on dancing, which like she
Oh
looked
my
like
God,
she
I
was in
did see
pain.
that.
I was
Yeah,
like,
she
yikes.
did. She was like, when I'm like, okay, like pelvic floor. Yeah, really. Like, she better be careful.
I know, I'm scared, but
But
happy
Whitney
for
is
them.
a fantastic dancer, so I'm really excited. And I have been. I think you told me, like, you have been falling for the Whitney propaganda, as have I.
She's funny.
She is funny, and she's like cute, and she's a great dancer. I actually really like her, and she's not a scared little bitch. Like, she is like
Okay, but
humble enough to know and like kind of kiss
Yes.
ass when she needs to. Like,
Totally. She's smart.
but she's crazy. Like,
She is crazy.
And that's why we love her.
I do really love her now, which is so funny. Like, that's just what happens when you get to know people. You see somebody at first has a strong personality, like they rub you the wrong way, they're freaking annoying, and then you get to know them, and there's things that you start to love about them, and you understand them, and you're like, oh, okay, that's how that works.
That is me with a Maya papaya now.
Totally.
We'll get to it when we get there.
Same.
But I have come full circle on her. So, yep, you can't judge a book by their crazy cover because
You really can't.
you'll start to love them. Okay, walk us through
Okay.
the reunion.
Well, I do just want to start off by saying, like, we were saying that Nick should host the reunion, and I do
You
now kind of see what
take that
TikTok was.
you want to put that right back where it came from?
I just want to like backpedal on that statement because I do kind of see why TikTok was like really upset that we said that, because I was not impressed. He did like a decent job, but two big problems I had was that one of the reasons why we like his podcast is because he goes hard on people and like holds them accountable, and he doesn't like let things go. He
Yeah.
keeps pushing until he gets them to talk or gets the answers that we want out of them. And he did that a little too much at this reunion, where you have to be way more diplomatic and you have to be more
I
like
agree.
understanding to see both sides, and you can't like ride so hard on your belief or like what you think is true. You have to hear both people and just like come to an agreement like to move on. So he like had a hard on for Whitney at this reunion.
Well, I was going to say, even Whitney had to call him out and say, like, why are you coming for me so hard? Like, it's weird. You
it's
know, you're not
weird.
supposed to put your own spin. I feel like as a host, you're supposed to hold cue cards in your hand. Nick was like, fuck these cue cards. Like, I know what I need to ask.
He's like, I've got
Like,
my gold necklaces on. That's all I need.
And he did do a lot of follow-up questions, but it's also like, you are not a doctor. You are
Yeah.
not a therapist.
Totally.
You need to kind of like nobody's
Like, know your
asking for your-
place.
nobody's asking for your professional advice or opinions. Like, your job is to ask the questions, get the answers, and move on.
Yeah, it was really weird, and also like him asking Layla like if she had like an orgasm yet, or asking Jesse if like her and Marciano like had sex. Like, I just felt so uncomfortable and so icky. Like, I just feel like some of the things you were asking, I was like so grossed out. Like, why are you asking? So I do
But
see
he
like
did
we
need to.
he did need to, but it was just weird. Like, it would have been better actually if it was a girl host. You know what I was thinking? Like, this is so random. It would work if she was really into Mormon wives, but Nikki Glazer, I almost feel it could be serious because she understands, but she can also lighten the mood, because that
Right.
episode turned into such a trauma dump that I was not anticipating, like, everybody really just like coming forward with like their trauma. I was like,
Yeah.
how is Nick supposed to turn this around or get out of this? And everybody wants to tell their story and deserves to tell their story, and like all like I was so shocked by Connor, but I was just like, wasn't expecting so much heaviness, and I feel
Right.
like Nikki like would have navigated that so well, or just somebody with like a little more empathy could have navigated that. Like even Jen, when she was sharing like what she went through in the season, and like she had like really dark, deep thoughts, she stopped talking, and he didn't even acknowledge what she said, and then he just goes, so Zach, you like really took a turn. Like we really like loved you this season.
Yes.
I was like, are we not even
Yes.
going to acknowledge Jen?
I had that in my notes as well. It was a fight between Whitney and somebody.
Probably
And
Michaela.
yeah, I think it was Whitney and Michaela. And oh yeah, they were fighting and he just like kind of moved on like all of a sudden. Like it wasn't resolved. Like it was like almost like mid-sentence and he like moved on to something else. I was like, okay, like
He didn't even
interesting.
talk to Macy. Like we did not hear one thing from
No,
Macy.
we didn't.
Or even
And she was so pregnant. She was probably like, why am I here? This is
totally.
annoying.
Yeah, you're not even gonna. And we spent so much time on Taylor and Dakota. Like, I feel like they wrapped it up, and then for some reason we stayed there, and Dakota like just still kept talking, and I was like, wait, I thought like, why are we still here?
I was reading online too that a lot of people were really upset that Nick was like championing this relationship with Dakota
Yeah,
and Taylor. Like, I see that there's a lot of love here. Like, there maybe is, but it's so
yeah.
toxic. Like, you should be set if you want to be a professional and give your professional take. Like, you should be saying like, okay, there's a lot of love here, but like sometimes love isn't enough, and it's probably best that you guys
Well,
are
you know
not
what?
together for the wellness of yourselves and your child and your other children.
He did say to them that they obviously there's like something between them that the like they each can't resist, and he did say at a certain point like one of them is gonna have to step up and
Yes.
like do the right thing.
Yes.
And that I agreed with. I'm like, yeah, they needed to hear something like, okay, like you both, somebody has to be the adult here and realize like this isn't healthy for either us and like make the cut. I don't know if you saw, but Taylor posted something on her Instagram that she's like really struggling right now, like really going through a hard time.
Because of Dakota
I
or
don't
because of
know, like
girls?
I just think because of everything, like there was like rumors that Dakota like got another girl pregnant. I don't know if that's true or not. She said on the reunion that she has a lot of guilt about like her first marriage and kind of like, walking away from that. So I think maybe it's just like everything that she hasn't dealt with. I don't know. I obviously have no idea. This is just my guess, but
No,
she's
I
not in a good
completely agree
place.
with you. Yeah. I completely agree with you, and I don't think the show has like made it any easier. You just went through a huge swinging scandal, which she already holds so much guilt
Yeah,
and just like disgust with herself about it.
exactly.
And then you go and you get pregnant by somebody, and postpartum is so difficult. Like,
Yeah.
just if you're in such a healthy marriage, and then to add your first marriage, and then things are rocky with your new partner, it's
And you're on
really
this
like,
TV show where like you don't know who's being fake and who's being real.
yeah.
Like,
And I mean, not for nothing, her mom and dad weren't the best help, like when they basically called her a slut for sleeping with Dakota.
I know.
So, I mean, if that's your support, yikes.
Totally. I really like felt for Connor, and I really like appreciated him and just Whitney as a couple in this episode, like speaking up about his own trauma. But I do want to say, like, his hair transplant that they showed, like, that should have been an ad. Like, incredible work.
Incredible.
Whoever did that, like, I that was shocking. I was like, whoa,
He looked great.
so good, like, so cute.
So good, but it was like so funny. I don't remember. Did they show that that was like a thing that was happening?
The hair transplant.
Yeah.
No,
Was that a part of the show? Because when they were filming, when he was like just recovering from it and he had all his little dots, I was like, oh my God.
No, he must have been wearing a hat like the whole first season.
Well, he looked great.
He did
Speaking
look
of big
great.
breaks, I was so annoyed with the whole Jesse and Marciano thing. Brie, when I tell you I was shocked, like, do you think that they really had sex, or do you think that they're just like leading us on to believe that they did to get us excited for season 3? Because it does not look like Jessie and her husband are in a good place.
It doesn't look like they're in a good place, but it's also like it would be a weird thing to lie about for this long just for TV.
Yeah, but you know what we said? Like, it's WWE. Like, what is real?
True.
What is fake? What is like.
But don't they have
Do they have.
kids? Or no,
They
they don't.
do.
Yeah, so why would you put like your family through that and like have that rumor be spread around for so long? Like, she doesn't need the money from the show.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, she likes doing the show, so why would you do that if it wasn't true?
Why would you hook up with Marciano?
Ew, I don't know. Maybe they had like an open marriage or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. That was really strange. I also feel like we didn't get any answers.
No, we didn't
I
because
was
they
like,
basically said we have to watch next season.
yeah, I was like,
Which
so
is like,
what's going
okay,
on? Yeah.
when is that coming?
Yeah, like they should have ended the reunion with a date for the next season.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
know.
they should have.
Yeah. Oh my God, Zach playing that recorded conversation of Demi and Brett, jaw on the floor,
Yeah.
really crazy. And I'm actually surprised that they left that in because it like shows it's like a bad look for the show that these two people are going so hard to produce
Plotting.
themselves
Yeah.
and plotting and like who else, and obviously they're all doing that in some essence if they're like having that conversation
totally.
so openly. I'm surprised they left that in. It was so crazy and so gross. Like, I'm just interested to see Demi's play in all of this in the next
Yeah.
season.
Overall, I thought the episode was like not really what I wanted. It
I
was
agree.
kind of boring. Like I said last episode, I don't really care anymore to like recap old things that happened.
It was too late.
Yeah, exactly.
They dropped it too late
And-
for no reason.
And not to mention, we barely even saw clips of season 2. Like,
Yeah.
everything was shooting back to season 1. I do just want to
True.
quickly say one thing that I thought was so crazy. When Jen asked why there was an oyster in the text messages between Marciano and Demi, which was also crazy. What did you think about those text messages?
So crazy, so gross, so
So
weird of Demi.
inappropriate.
And they were all just saying like, "Oh, Brett knows." Like, Demi's just flirty. I was like, that's really insane.
Yeah, that's really inappropriate.
Crossing the
Like,
line. Really
yeah.
crossing the line.
I really doubt that he knows that she's sending texts like that, but Demi texted Marciano a picture of an eggplant and an oyster, being symbolic of
A P and a V.
genitalia. Yeah. And Jen was like, oh, why the oyster? And he said that it's a symbol for, I think he said the word pussy.
I think he did too.
And because it smells. I'm like, this man does not know where a clit is. I could tell you that much. Like, is he kidding?
can't.
An
No,
oyster
the
for a
worst.
smelly?
He's the
pig.
worst. Ew.
Okay.
Such a loser. Oh my God. Yeah, that was bad.
So that was my last note on. Oh, and one more thing. When they said poop hole loophole, did you catch that?
No, I didn't catch that.
They were talking about like all the weird things that Mormons do to try and like skirt by
Oh
the
my
rules
God,
of
no,
having
they didn't
sex
say
before
that.
marriage, and they said the poop hole loophole.
Nikki, that is so
Yeah.
crazy that they said
They-
that. That is
Do
so
you know?
funny.
Did you miss everything that they were saying?
No, I heard like a bunch of them, but I didn't hear
With
that
the hot
one.
dog bun?
Yeah, the hot dog one. And Taylor was like, Dakota's done that one. Everyone's like, ew,
What?
Taylor.
Ew, like so gross.
Yes, so
Oh, so
gross.
crazy,
That
but
is
so
so
funny.
funny. Okay, should we go on to Love Island?
Let's do it. We have 2 episodes to really like get into. We had
The challenge.
the challenge, which was really, really messy. Do they always do that?
Usually they do where like instead of like having prompts for America, they read tweets, which is way worse. And they couldn't do that this season because like, you
Because
know,
it was
nasty.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm actually worried about a lot of the cast when they get out. Like,
I
there's
am
just
too.
so much out there, and I hope that like they keep them in Fiji for a little bit. Like, I don't know. I just hope they help them.
Is this unique to this season that these people are getting so much hate?
It feels different this season, but I also think the characters are so polarizing, and it's just been like a weird season. Like, a lot of weird stuff happening. Like you said, like the second that girl Yulissa got sent home, like the first episode, like it set the tone that like this is.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like sleuthing on all these people the second we find out the cast, and like you could dig up anything about anybody. So people didn't like Austin because he's like a
MAGA.
Republican. Yeah, he's like a
Yeah.
Trump supporter. So there was like so much stuff about him. And I think he's like released a statement since he's been out
He
because
has.
it's just like, it's a lot. Like the stuff with Elon and people saying he was like an IDF agent just because he's like Jewish. It's just like there's
Yeah.
so much going on.
And now all the things with Sierra's past.
Exactly. So there's just like a
tweets.
lot of like anger out there. I don't know. It's a lot for them. But
Yeah.
on a lighter note, I do want to say I absolutely love Huda's laugh. Like, I think she has the cutest laugh. Every time she laughs, it makes me laugh. It's so funny. It's like,
Yeah. I'm like coming around a little bit on her too. Not much. Like I really don't want her to win, but I do think
Yeah.
that this guy Chris is a good guy for her.
Totally.
And
And
she's
he-
trying to show that she's like not Hurricane Huda, not crazy. Like I think she just got really swooped up in the moment. And I'm sure that is how she behaves in real life in some aspects. You know, you don't come and just completely go batshit crazy if that's not how you act in real life.
Yeah.
So she definitely is like that in a relationship, like very
Volatile. Insecure.
and jealous.
yeah.
But that's her own issues. But I think, yeah, being in this type of experiment, like not an experiment, but show is
Yeah.
definitely not for her.
She can't control her anger.
Yeah.
And also like Chris has made her more like endearing or like palatable for the guests because he's really sweet and he does bring out like the best side of her. But I do want to say like a lot of people are like against like all the girls for kind of like being against Huda. But
Yeah,
if
they're
I was
calling
in
them
that
mean girls.
if I was in that and I don't disagree with them, but if I was in that villa and I saw the way Huda behaved the first 3 weeks, that would put such a bad taste in my mouth that it would be hard for me to come back after that. And even the way she was acting after the challenge, like I don't like remember everything. I don't remember why she was so upset, honestly, but she was like really devastated, really upset. She was like really moping around, separating herself, like waiting for somebody to come to her and ask her if she was okay. Almost like she was testing the girls. Like, this is how I took it. Like, I don't know if that's like a hot take, but it seemed like she was almost testing everybody to see like who's my friend here. And then she even said like I felt so alone because nobody came to check on me. So she's like
Yeah.
validating in her own head.
And not only that, Elandria actually got up and walked away from her
Yeah.
when she was having a hard time.
Because I think they were just like, oh, this girl is drama. Like, look at her sitting over there. And honestly, like, I could probably have felt that way too after seeing, like, how she acts. And I saw Andrina, like, post something that somebody said, like, when they went in the room to get ready or whatever. And Andrina was, like, talking shit, saying that, like, Huda came in, was like, did you see her, like,
Banging,
smash
yeah.
banging around? She said that, like, they showed obviously in the episode 1 second of that, but they said that she was like slamming all the drawers like intentionally, like trying to get everybody's attention, trying to get them to ask her like what's wrong for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That would
I could definitely
that would drive me insane.
I could see that, but they also had every opportunity to vote her out. They saved
True.
her. So now you can't be mean to her because she's still there and you think she's annoying. You could have sent her home.
You're so right. Do you think they kept her this whole time because they knew she wouldn't win?
No, like maybe a little slight, but that's the thing with this season
Cast.
that I'm getting is
Yeah.
that they just want to win. Everything is so strategic as to how they will get to the end and be that winning couple. Like, honestly, I don't even think now that Nick is that into Sierra. I've been
No.
seeing it everywhere, and you know me, I'm like team Nick and Sierra. Like, I really thought they were the sweetest, and they came back around. This guy didn't even know how to spell her name.
Crazy.
And he just does not look that interested in her.
They don't talk about anything real. That's the problem is all the couples here, they talk about the other couples. Or at least that's what they're showing us. Or like we don't see like these deep, meaningful conversations, but we do see them with like Huda and Chris. Like I feel like they are talking about like real things, not just like everybody else.
However, in the last episode, I thought that their conversation was so bizarre. When he was talking about basketball, I felt like they were having two separate conversations. Did you feel that way? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I felt like he was saying that like he's basically starting to realize that he can't play basketball anymore and that's like his whole identity. So like what's he gonna
Yes.
do?
Correct.
And she was saying like you can still do it.
No, and she was saying like it's just like a break for the villa, and like I'm like, no, I don't think he's talking about like being in the villa. I think he's talking about like long term. He doesn't want to play
Yeah.
basketball anymore. And she's like, yeah, like I miss my daughter too, but I'm just in the villa for a little bit. Like that's you guys are having two completely different conversations. It was, and I also don't think he's really that into her either.
Oh,
I don't.
that makes me sad. What do you think about Brian and Amaya?
Dumb,
Dumb? You think he's using
dumb,
her?
kind of yes. I think anybody at this stage is just kind of picking up whatever they can have left.
That's
And
what
I
I'm
think
saying.
like
Like,
Amaya just happens to be
yeah. I don't know. Them I could see like at least having a connection or him like appreciating her. But Zach and Elon, they show like for tonight's episode that they're like, I'm all in on you, Amaya. And it's so well, not Zach. Zach and Alondria, I think, are like Alondria pretending like she's into Zach is like the most desperate
you're
act
kidding.
yes, is like the most she's like, he's cute, right? Am I crazy? Y'all think he's cute? No.
No.
We don't
Wow,
think he's
we
cute.
don't.
And it's so nuts. I still didn't even understand during that whole challenge when Alondria was like needed Taylor to give an answer, like who does he choose, Taylor or Clark? I'm like, what, has he not made his choice? Alondria,
Right.
he ignores you. He literally doesn't talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anything he's like, oh, I still want to explore a connection. I took that as like he just was being nice and didn't want to like upset her feelings. And she's like, you're not
Right.
standing on business. Like, you said you want to explore both of us, but you're only talking to Clark. It's like, he chose Clark. Like, read the room.
Yeah. But then he should have just said like
Like,
you
he's a
you can't say then
puss.
you're gonna yeah, but you can't say you're gonna explore, and then like that is annoying. But he's not, his actions aren't matching his words, right? So
Yeah.
he says he doesn't want to explore, so she should get the hint, but like then don't say that you
And
want
she
to
was
explore.
so
That was
upset
his
that-
opportunity to just say like I really just like Clark, and he really likes Clark.
His opportunity.
His opportunity. I actually really like him and Clark.
Me too. Like, they just have an instant real connection. It's so obvious, but I never
Like
saw
there's so
a connection
much
with.
attraction too. Like,
Yeah.
he's never touched Alandria the way that
That's
he's
what I was
touching
gonna say.
Clark.
They used to have conversations about how, like, okay, now we're ready for like holding hands, or like you can kiss me on the cheek. Like, remember they were having those conversations?
Yes.
Like, their connection always felt forced. So that's why I'm still just confused why she's like so hung up on him. Because I'm like, did you guys even like each other? I never saw that.
I am just like pissed off this season about the role. And again, I've watched Love Island in the past, but haven't watched the past couple seasons. So I'm actually going back to watch last season because I really want to,
Which is a
like,
good
know
one to
those
watch.
people. Is that America has like too much say. Like, what? And why are people so pissed about Taylor and Alandria? Like,
Yeah, I don't
people
know.
are putting Taylor and Clark on the bottom for that challenge
I
because
know.
like they're mad that Taylor didn't pick Alandria. Like, Taylor doesn't like her. That's
Yeah,
okay.
totally.
He likes Clark more. You can't punish. And I know people think that she's like snide and like always like laughing and smirking.
She's
but like
in an uncomfortable situation. I think she's like
Yeah,
a nice
like-
girl.
she did nothing wrong by going there and liking Taylor. So
No.
she's getting punished by America because everybody loves Alandria so much. Like, I thought the whole thing was so stupid. Hysterical that Shelley and Ace finally got a little bit of a wake-up call.
Loved
They're
that.
not the house favorites.
I know. Ace putting himself first for every category was so funny and so Ace. And
All
being
5'10"
so
of him.
shocked. And then also, like, he was in such a bad, like, he's been in such a
Yes.
bad mood ever since. And even Shelly was like, man, like, what are you guys seeing? Because I think he, like, would be a great boyfriend. And I don't know what she sees in him. When Shelly makes Ace breakfast and they go to the dock, like, to have this, like, romantic breakfast that she made for him, and Shelly's telling Ace, like, I want to be all in with you, I want to be closed off, he said, thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
that's
very
the-
weird. Of
It's
all
almost like
couples,
she needs his approval.
yes. And she definitely is liking him more. Like, he was like, when she was like, you're BF material for me.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, oh,
He gives her nothing.
no.
But she can't get
I-
away. I also saw
I
something
don't
that
get
said
it.
that Ace was in high school during COVID.
Yes.
Is that not such like a
Disturbing.
mind.
No, I'm not okay with that.
That feels illegal. Like, how are you
No, I
on
was
the
raising a
show?
whole ass kid during COVID, and this boy was in high school.
It's just like, why does he? And I almost feel like he is so toxic. Like, maybe he's not like being loud and screaming, but he's toxic in the way that he uses his emotions to control people. So
Yes.
he's not giving Shelly what she wants because it's not on his terms now, and he feels like she did him dirty, even though it
100%.
was his own doing. So now he's like, oh, well, now you're going to have to wait till I come around. It's like,
I
okay, we don't,
agree.
no one likes you.
And I don't know if I said last episode that, or if I just voice noted this to you, that Vanna was on Nick Vile
Oh,
and
yeah.
said that Ace is super, just like magnetic in the house. So his mood determines the whole mood's house. If Ace is in a great mood, everybody's in a great mood. If Ace is like cranky and stank, everybody kind of is like walking on eggshells, feeling uncomfortable, which I could totally see.
Yeah, totally see.
What about Iris and Pepe?
I'm so here for it. Like, let's do it.
So here for it.
So
Because I
cute.
remember several episodes ago,
You
I want to
said.
say, yeah, when somebody got voted out, maybe it was Hannah, Iris like reached across the beds because they sleep next to each other.
Yeah.
And like squeezed his hand and held his hand to
Yeah.
comfort him. I've like seen it. I see it. I like it.
I like it.
I like it. I want it. I got it.
I like it. I want it. I got it. Even though I feel like they're both like a little boring, but like that's okay. They can just be boring together. I saw
And we
somebody
said
post.
Pepe's hot.
Pepe is hot.
I did not. Pepe's like tall and hot and might need Connor's hair transplant, but that's okay. We see that it could work.
Totally. We see the potential. And also somebody wrote like, wow, the strength that Iris had, that when Pepe said to her like the night that TJ got voted off, like, oh, you
could
can
sleep in
sleep in
my
my, and that she said no, like I would
I would
have
have hopped right in.
hopped right in. I would
Right
have already,
in.
you wouldn't have had to ask me.
I would have a big toe right up in there. The fact that 5 people got voted out, that was big and that was exciting.
I
I thought they
forgot
meant
about
one
that.
guy and one girl was getting
too.
saved. John was like, no, I think only one person.
know.
And TJ definitely thought that Pepe was going to go and stand behind him, and he went and stood next to Taylor.
I know. I kind of wish that Jaden stayed.
For who?
I just feel like, but like, who were any of them gonna stay for? Like, I didn't love TJ and Iris. They were just like meh. So I wasn't like
Yeah.
upset that he got sent home. Austin, who cares if he gets sent home? Taylor, I would have rathered him get sent home over Jaden. Like, I feel like Taylor doesn't have like this big, fun, funny personality, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I feel like we would have.
Even Grayson, I would have liked her to stay. I felt bad for her. I feel like she
know.
just came in at a shitty time and like
She
didn't
did.
have time. Also, I think it's so crazy that they kept saying that Iris and TJ were together for 3 days.
Oh my God,
Their
that really
whole
puts it in.
relationship was 3 days.
But that really puts it into perspective. And also, like, if she does, like, jump to Pepe right away, like, it was 3 days. And people are like, if she really liked him, she should have gone home. Why? It was 3 days. They're not, like, nothing's happening here. I don't even
Yeah.
think Shelly would go home if Ace left.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And that's what even Shelly told her. She was like, girl, like, you have us. Like, you're on vacation. You're not going home.
Exactly.
It's a free vacation.
I know.
I will say I am here for Pepe and Iris.
Me too. Also, if they're not going to bring in more bombshells, they got to wrap the season up.
They do.
Because I feel like there's not any more bombshells. There's been no hinting towards them.
Right. What's happening tonight?
They're recoupling, and I think, like, people might be getting voted off.
Great.
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
that was something else that I saw somebody say is like, we've had no recouplings this season. So, like, no shakeups, like, not people weren't going home through recouplings.
Oh. How are they going
Isn't that
home?
interesting? By, like, by
Oh.
the cast voting them
oh my
off.
God, that's so
Like,
weird.
America putting them on the bottom, and then the Islanders have been voting people off.
I didn't even notice that. Very
It's weird, right?
strange. That is really weird. Wow.
So I don't love that. And then just one last thing for Amaya Papaya-isms. When she was getting all kitty and jiggly about it, when she was hooking up with Brian, she was
That
getting
was
all
so
kitty and
funny.
jiggly about it. I rewound about 5 times to just get it right. kitty and giggly about it.
Wait, you
So,
just said Kitty and Jiggly.
kitty and jiggly,
Yeah.
not wiggly.
Kitty and Jiggly. She's funny.
My husband is going to fucking kill me because I cannot stop with I never said I was perfect. And once I start, he's like, oh, fuck. I
She's
never
on a loop.
said I didn't have any flaws.
Oh,
But at least I'm pretty. And at least I'm a little bit funny. And at least I'm my own best friend. Well,
she's
with
gonna
that
be such
said,
a star when she gets out.
should we take this opportunity to do our not mad?
Oh yeah, I'll go first. Not mad about it. Something that happened this week that you're not mad about. For me, for the 8 people that watch on YouTube, I don't know if you've been able to see my skin progression. I've been struggling so bad with acne, and I'm a skin picker. Do you do that?
No.
Oh, I am
really
like
don't.
such a bad skin picker. So if I see like anything, like I'm making it worse. So my skin's been going crazy. I've been trying to figure out what it could be besides like postpartum hormones. Like I stopped using a bunch of my skincare products and I've just like dialed everything down to the bare minimums. And then I thought maybe it's my face cloth because I use like a towel just for my face and like wash it every week. And I'm like, maybe it's that. So I got these face towels. It's like one use only. It's like a box of them, and they're non-toxic, organic, like good for your face. So I wash my face and I use that to wipe it off, and I genuinely feel and see a difference since I've been using them.
Wow. What
Yeah.
brand is it?
It is Clean Skin Club towels. Like not an ad, but like I will be linking them if anybody else wants them in the show notes
Me.
and on our page. They're so great. They come in like different sizes, but I get like the big ones and like wipe my whole face. And then when I wash my face, it's like a tsunami went off in my bathroom. So then I use it to like clean up, wipe down the whole
Yes.
sink and everything like that. And
I
then you
love
just
that.
throw it out. You can recycle, like whatever. It's seriously, I'm obsessed. I'm so not mad about them. So that's what I've got
Are
for
we
you
getting
guys.
these in store or online only?
Amazon, and
Oh,
I
great.
feel like I've maybe seen them in Target.
Thanks, Jeff Bezos. Love that. Well,
True.
link her down
Yeah.
below, and
Swipe up.
I can't wait to try. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. What about you?
Okay, my not mad is not healthy, so this will give you acne, and then you could use Breeze face wipes to make it go away. I have tried the new Popeyes chicken wrap. Brie, if you have a Popeyes near you, don't
do.
freaking sleep on them. Okay, try it. It was so random because we were just like starving, and I always eat a spicy chicken sandwich. Like,
Yes.
if
That's your jam.
if we're not having anything for dinner or the kids ate early, we just have these like spicy chicken sandwiches that we heat up.
Yum.
It was so good. Apparently, the wrap is supposed to resemble like the biscuit flavor of Popeyes, which I
Oh.
didn't even notice. I just did a little research about it. It was so delicious. It did have pickles on it.
I love pickles.
You can get it spicy. You can get it classic. It was so crispy and delicious. And it was like on like a buy one get one on Uber Eats. We were like, okay, sweet.
Oh my
Like,
God.
we're not trying to spend a lot of money. I think it was like $15 for our wraps and
What?
some sides. And I was not mad about it. It's either like we always like to go for a Taco Bell like once a week. I'm gonna forego Taco Bell and suggest Popeyes. So I'm not mad about that. And
There is one
if
near
the
me.
snack wraps suck from McDonald's, this is a safe one.
Perfect.
A little salty, but
What
no
are you
harm,
gonna
no
do?
foul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'll have to try
That's
that when I'm
bad.
done counting my macros.
Sweet. Yeah. When you're done shredding at the gym. But treat yourself.
Yeah. Okay, well, on that note, guys, thank you for giving us the opportunity. We're so gratitually for all the Maddies out there. If you like what you
We love you
heard,
guys.
yeah, we love you guys. Send this episode to a friend or any episode that really tickled your fancy, and we'll see you guys next Monday. Love ya.
All right, stickers are going out in the mail, so don't forget, drop a comment for yours. Love you guys. Bye-bye.